Have you ever wondered if the Loch Ness Monster is more than just a fuzzy myth? What if I told you that the greatest mystery surrounding Nessie is not what lies beneath the water, but a network of deception, phony pictures, and hidden cover-ups? We'll delve into the depths of the Loch Ness to uncover the terrible truth about this age-old conspiracy.
Going against the wind, and I knew right away it was something very much alive.
We saw the head and the four humps and all the body.
Prepare for jaw-dropping revelations and unresolved issues that will challenge everything you thought you knew about Nessie. Welcome to Loch Ness Monster Conspiracy Exposed. You will not believe what we're about to uncover. Let's dive in. In 1934, the first image of the supposed Loch Ness Monster sparked an outcry and drew a stream of visitors yearning to see Nessie. However, not everyone believes that the image, called the surgeon's photo, is authentic. Dr. R. Kenneth Wilson submitted this photo, which was published in the Daily Mail. Some say it looks like an elephant's trunk rising from the water, or perhaps a dolphin's fin. The published snapshot was significantly cropped and blurred, distorting its shape. When professionals consider the scale and perspective by analyzing the original uncropped photo, they see something completely different. They think that whatever is in the water is nowhere near 20 feet long, but about 3 feet long at most. Is it conceivable that the most popular photo of Nessie is a hoax? Although many people continue to believe in it, there is no definitive confirmation. In 1994, the image's authenticity was questioned due to a deathbed confession by Christian Sperling, who claimed that his stepfather, Marmaduke Wetherell, a big game hunter and cinematographer, was hired by the Daily Mail to find evidence of the Loch Ness Monster.
The English newspaper hired self-styled big game hunter Marmaduke Wetherell.
Wetherell found large animal tracks along the banks of the loch, estimating the animal to be at least 20 feet long. A popular hypothesis suggests that governments, especially the British government, have been involved in disguising the existence of Nessie. Some believe they have classified evidence and repressed eyewitness accounts to maintain control of the truth. But what are they hiding? Did you know that the British government had a hidden initiative named Operation Deep Scan in the 1980s? It involved conducting a series of sonar scans and monitoring the loch, leading to speculation that they were searching for evidence of Nessie. Could this be an effort to control the narrative and keep the truth secret? Many cryptid seekers believe that Nessie is a gigantic eel, as described in a few early eyewitness accounts. This notion received unexpected scientific support in 2019, when experts from New Zealand's University of Otago conducted a DNA analysis on hundreds of water samples collected at various locations and depths around the loch. They found no plesiosaur DNA or DNA from any huge underwater creature. However, they did find lots of eel DNA, so much so that we can't discount the possibility that what people see and believe is the Loch Ness Monster might be a giant eel, said research leader Neil Gemmell, a professor of anatomy at Otago, when he announced the group's findings at a press conference.
Possible that what people are seeing is a giant eel? Well, maybe.
Some monster hunters suggest that Nessie resembles a dinosaur, specifically a plesiosaur, a prehistoric maritime reptile that lived in the oceans as long as 200 million years ago, before becoming extinct around 65 million years ago. These dinosaurs were formerly assumed to be strictly saltwater animals. However, current research suggests that some could be found in freshwater habitats, such as Loch Ness. This strengthens the case that Nessie could be a surviving plesiosaur, or a previously unknown species evolved from those early dinosaurs. Intrigue grows with the assumption that Nessie was the result of a secret biological experiment conducted by scientists or government agencies. Supporters of this theory claim that genetic manipulation or crossbreeding may have developed the creature we know as Nessie. Loch Ness has an unusual amount of peat, a material rich in organic matter. This unusual habitat could potentially provide the perfect conditions for genetic experiments or the survival of undiscovered species. Perhaps Nessie was the consequence of a clandestine scientific endeavor gone wrong. One theory suggests that Nessie is not a former aquatic monster, but rather an extraterrestrial being. According to this theory, aliens may have planted Nessie in Loch Ness as part of a larger experiment or to observe human behavior. Proponents of this hypothesis say that the inexplicable sightings and weird phenomena associated with the Loch Ness Monster may be attributed to superior alien technology. Many of the world's most prominent Nessie hunters urge people not to get carried away, arguing that the monster does not exist and that sightings are nothing more than figments of the imagination. Both Steve Feltham and Adrian Shine believe that Nessie was never a prehistoric creature living in the loch. They said that the most recent sightings, like the thousands before them, have a far less thrilling explanation. Mr. Shine previously told The Mirror, "My opinion has shifted slightly. The truth is that more than 1,000 honest and sober people have seen creatures in Loch Ness. However, almost 80 years of expeditions have failed to find them. Either we're quite horrible at what we do, or perhaps there's another cause for this. I believe it is fair to assume that we would all wish to see a Loch Ness Monster. However, some people will only see what they want to see." But what about the photographs? Unfortunately, some of the monster's most prized evidence has proven to be questionable over time. That classic 1934 photograph, for example, was subsequently exposed as a fraud. Nonetheless, despite or perhaps because of the lack of proof, curiosity about the Loch Ness Monster remains strong. According to some estimates, Loch Ness receives up to 1 million visitors per year, and these visitors spend money. According to one estimate from 2018, Nessie accounted for approximately $52 million in tourism revenue. By that standard, there is little doubt that the Scottish people are dealing with a monster. In a nutshell, the Loch Ness Monster's mythology is still one of the most intriguing and enduring riddles of our time. Despite numerous speculations that range from government cover-ups and prehistoric dinosaurs to genetic experimentation and simple misidentifications, Nessie's real identity remains unknown. This fascination is not just with what lies beneath the dark waters of Loch Ness, but also with the web of mystery, speculation, and imagination that is formed around it. Whether Nessie is a real creature, a clever prank, or a communal myth, it continues to pique people's interest and imagination. As we peel back these layers, one thing becomes clear. The true monster may not be in the loch, but in the shadows of our own minds, where belief and doubt blend in a performance as old and mysterious as the mystery itself. Thank you for joining us on our journey into the heart of the Loch Ness Monster controversy. Stay curious and remember that the truth is out there waiting to be revealed. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more. Also, let us know in the comments below if you think Nessie is real.